Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and today's soap is going to include another color tutorial. And this color scheme is known as the triadic color scheme, and it's when you take colors that are equidistant around the color wheel using 3 different colors. So the colors are more different, and you put them together, and it's very, what do I want to say, festival-like, I guess, like a carnival. In this case, purple, orange, and green in this case. So it can be kind of wild, so I'm going to show you how to kind of tone down a color or two to make them work better together. The name of the soap is Mysterium, and I've chosen a mix of frankincense, myrrh, and spice to kind of make a very exotic soap. So let's see how this goes. So today's color tutorial is going to be something that's more on the wilder side, and that's using colors that are called triadic colors. And so triadic because they're sort of placed in thirds around the color wheel. So I am going to have a green, orange, and violet, kind of Mardi Gras-like, and I really like Mardi Gras, but for my soap, I don't want it to be quite as wild. So what I'm going to do is take that basic triadic color scheme, and I'm going to make a more of a bluish purple. It's a little bit too blue. That's going to be my darker color. So I'm not going to need a black in this one because that's going to be a very dark valued color. And the green is hard to show again because I don't have white watercolors, but I'm just going to water it down a little bit. It's going to be just a real slight, like a creamy green. Can't really replicate that with the watercolors that I have, but I think I want to maintain the intensity of the orange. So I'm going to have 2 very bright dark valued colors, and then the green. And something I guess I can't show again is that I am going to have white. So that's going to be the color scheme. I have this wild idea that after I finish all these little color studies, I'm not going to waste these. I'm going to turn them into paintings, and I'll be posting that at some later date. So let's get on with making Mysterium. Okay, once again, adding the lye to the frozen beer, making a lot of beer soap for the beer festival that I'm going to be selling soaps at. But we'll speed this part up. Right now that's 93 degrees. And it's not getting any hotter, so I don't need to keep it in the water. And let's blend the milks and clays. Again, I want to just make sure I strain it when I use the beer, because it gets a little bit more thick. And it's hard to tell if there's any granules or anything in there, so best to play it safe. And this is a Pilsner, frozen Pilsner with the lye. Okay, we've got a lot to do. We've got to blend, get the fragrance in there and the colors. Okay, that's emulsified. This is a sort of hypnotic mix of fragrances that I did, including frankincense, myrrh, musk, and something else. I'm going to give that a blend and get the colors in going. White. So here's my purple that I've added some blue to, so it's a darker valued color. It's my orange. This is my light green. And you can get away with some intensity in more of these colors if you have more white. And I do want to take advantage of that also. My next lightest is the green, which is looking more turquoise at this time. Heavier on the blue side, so I'm going to be adding a little bit more colorant to that. Some lime green. We'll add more yellow to that. That's better. That's the other thing I can encourage you in colors is to, if you're not satisfied with your colors, you know, and your soap is not accelerating, make sure you alter it to something that you like. In this case, I'm sort of stuck. This is supposed to be a kind of orange, but it's alright because I do remember the colors like that in Egypt. It is still kind of orangey too, so that is good. I'm happy with that. Remember when you transferring the colors on like color wheels and watercolors like I'm doing, and then you try to translate to the soap, just the science of what's going on with the colors in soap is very complex compared to the watercolor. Basically, watercolors is what you see is what you get. So you're just using it as a starting point, and then hopefully as you play around with color, you can pretty much alter it into something that you can live with. And I think I'm just going to do drop swirling, starting with my white. I'm going to do something a little different in that I'm going to just do a little bit of color for each drop swirl. Deep. It's like a burnt orange. I know that's going to look nice next to the purple and green. More white. I really like drop swirls because there's more of a mystery involved in what it's doing underneath the surface. And I like the surprise of it all. I made a soap called Sirocco, which are the winds of Africa that stir up this storm cloud. And I remember when I was there, there was a sort of orangey red storm cloud that kicked up. So that's why I wanted the orange in there. Save some white for the top and get the other colors in there. Wonder what this is going to look like. You're going to find out along with me when I cut it in front of the camera. It's still liquid enough that if I pour it from high up, it goes into the soap, and I want this to be on the top. So I'm pouring pretty close to the top of the soap. Let's see, add the white and then I'll pound this down. Would have liked a little more purple showing. Let's see if I can dribble some of that on there. And one more trick I have up my sleeve is to do a little bit of a spoon swirl on top. Maybe that'll bring some more of the colors up. A little bit. Yeah, I'll live with that. Looks good. So on camera this may look a little bit more brown, but in real life it's orangey and sort of an umber red. So this has been the making of Mysterium. It's a beer soap, and I'll be cutting that soon. Thanks again for watching, and I'll have these videos up in no time. For you, it's going to be like no time because it's just going to appear. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you real soon. Bye. Okay, let's cut into this now. I really don't know what to expect in this one. I guess it's appropriately named Mysterium. It's a mystery. Got that triadic color scheme that I told you about, and it tends to be more wild because the colors are not harmonious. They are from different parts of the color wheel, called a triadic color scheme. So of course triadic, they're like equidistant from each other in the color wheel with 3, so it's like a equilateral triangle that's set right on the colors wheel. I don't say colors wheel, I mean color wheel. But it gives you a very kind of wild look. It can be a very, depending on what you're after. I didn't want it to be so wild that I couldn't live with it. So I talk about, remember me talking in the color tutorial about toning down at least one of the colors so that they don't fight with each other. Of course, the addition of the white helped. Also talked about having one color in particular have a darker value to it. So again, that would be the purple in this case. Let me just show you what I mean by value. When you turn this into black and white, you'll see that the darker looking color, the purple in this case, you know, approaches black. The white is the lightest, and the orange and the green are similar in value. So I like to plan soaps that have a variety of values. If they're all the same, they kind of they all fight for attention. A lot of definition. You don't get as much definition if all the values of the colors are the same. I really like how gelled soaps cut. They don't stick to my knife as much. Let me see if there's any color change. Not too much. But anyway, this is Mysterium. I think the name is suitable because there's not a definite shape. It's just swirls of like galactical too. Anyway, this has been the cutting of Mysterium. This is Clyde at Vibrant Soap. Thanks for watching.